Look at this.
No.
It's like my awesome forehead.
Oh, you're actually filling it. No.
And Hannah's hair. Good morning.
Hi.
We are getting ready to purge the bunkhouse. The whole RV needs it. We've been living in the RV for about 13 months now, and we've just come off of about 6 months of traveling, and the junk factor is high. It's getting to the point where everything just feels really cluttered, and we desperately need to purge. So we are going to bring you guys along for a purging session and hopefully some deeper cleaning and lightening of the RV. It might take a few days, so hang with us, but we're gonna get this done this week. Sound good, Izzy? Peace. So each of the kids has a place for their clothes, as one might expect. Sarah and Isabel keep their clothes in containers underneath Gideon's bed. So we're gonna go through Izzy's clothes first because she just used her birthday money to buy a bunch of new clothes, and we need to get some of the small things out of there and just make more room. So we're going to eliminate clothes. So this is now we're going to tackle that shelf. That mess of a shelf. It's just too much. So we're going to get rid of some stuff, reorganize some things, and make that look pretty. We're back. Today I am working on purging our room. So I'm going to go through cabinets, I'm going to get underneath the bed, I'm going to go through the closet and just see if we can lighten things up a little bit and declutter. So let's go. Hello, friends. It is day 3 of purging and cleaning the RV. So I have tackled the kids' bunkhouse, I have tackled the master bedroom, and now it's time to tackle the galley. We're going to work on these cabinets up above here. You can see those. Just getting those cleaned out a little bit. That's where we keep our DVDs and CDs and school supplies and lab kits and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go through there and kind of clean stuff out. It shouldn't be too terrible. What's going to be more work is that pantry there, and the fridge needs to be cleaned out, and I've got these shelves and then the shelves down below. So the kitchen just gets to be a mess. You know what I'm saying, ladies, right? All right, so I got these cabinets above done on the couch slide, and this was what I came up with as far as what needs to be purged. So most likely we'll be getting rid of all of that, donating it or garage sailing it soon. But now it's time to tackle the kitchen side, and I'm a little scared. Alright, so I have cleaned out this cabinet. This was kind of a big one for me. This is a lot of like baking goods and spices. I had kept coffee and tea, and I had some recipe stuff up there, and oil, and yeah, it was really cluttered and just kind of a mess. So for now, this is what I'm settled on. Joe had asked me to get the spices off of the counter because the constant exposure to the sun is probably not good for them. So they're up there, and we will see how that goes. I have to figure out what to do with this coffee and tea stuff, but I guess as I tackle the pantry, I can kind of figure that out. So you can kind of see how I ended up organizing things. I brought the cereal boxes down so that Izzy could reach them. That's kind of been an issue for the past year. Just hard to put stuff away when you can't reach it. I boxed up like some of the tea and hot chocolate and that kind of thing on the top because we don't use that a ton. So it doesn't make sense for it to be accessible all the time necessarily when we need room for other things. And then I put the coffee grinder and the beans right there in the front because we do use those all the time. That basket, black basket, is snacks. That's where I keep snacks. I've got canned goods and jarred goods, and they're in containers so they don't roll around. I've got extra spices that we don't use as often on the bottom there, but still easily accessible, especially for Joe when he's grilling for rubs and that kind of thing. I don't use those sorts of spices every day, but he still wants to be able to get to use them. And then that other black basket on the bottom there, that's usually where I keep like potatoes and onions and that kind of thing, because it's a dark place, usually cool, just out of the way, but keeps them from rolling around. And then the drawer here is typically where I store bread and tortillas and bagels and that kind of thing. So
that's that. I'm really pleased with how that pantry turned out. That was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, thank goodness. But now I need to tackle these lower shelves down here and just kind of clean those out. That wasn't as hard as I thought it would be either. I just needed to rearrange things so that some things were easier to get to. I guess I still think I'm purging in a house, which is a lot harder. But since we really don't have that much stuff, at least compared to what we did, there's not as much to clean. So I really gotta say, I love that about RV living, about tiny living. It's so much easier to clean. So much easier to clean.
Oh. We are weird, we are weird, we are weird.
Why are you peeking? Don't peek.
Nice.
Just open the dang.
Okay, can I open it?
Yep.
I got a kitty wood pair of gloves. I've been wanting one for so bad. Thank you.